Hey y'all, it's Sharon and I'm back to share another policing experience with you guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm a retired detective. I worked for 20 years for a southeastern city in the US, and I was also in the military. I'm sharing my experiences along with my perspective in hopes of helping others just see it a different way, or maybe perhaps helping them to uh, get through a similar situation. And with that being said, I know the title, Defunding the Police. It's true. I was reading an article in the Washington Post. Some call that reliable, some people don't. But it had some really good pieces of information because I'll share this with you. When I was policing, there's a lot of drama within the rank and file, if you will, and to say the least. But I knew of two officers that were caught directly lying in court, and there's still officers walking around. I know of a couple of officers that had misconduct complaints, and I know of the payments, the lawsuits, the payments paid out because of the misconduct. They're still walking around. So when I was reading the articles, and it talked about, I think it was like 7,600 officers that were looked at, 40,000 different payments, I think it was. I'll put the link in the description for the article. But 7,600 officers. And out of the 7,600 officers, there were at least 1,200 of them that had, I believe, 5 or more payments. And then there were at least 200 of the officers that had 10 or more payouts for misconduct. I'm sorry, but people are screaming about don't defund the police, but the police are defunding themselves. Think about it. The article said that over, I think it was $3.2 billion has been paid out within the last 10 years. They went to 25 of the biggest police departments, and they looked at the payouts for misconduct. And 7,600 officers, that's not even a dip in the pool. I forgot how many officers there are right now in the United States. 7,600 of them, 1,200 of them had 5 or more payouts. And then out of the 200 of the 7,600, 200 of them had more than 10 payouts each. Defund the police? The police are defunding the police with the misconduct. Some of the defenders probably might say, well, the city settled so quickly and they don't want to go to court because it'll cost more. Okay, but I think knowing what I know and what I've experienced walking around in my own department, there's a lot to be said in terms of accountability and who we hold accountable for defunding the police. I will just say this. 3.2 billion in 10 years, that's a lot of money. Oh, the article also said, I think it was LA and New York. They have a special fund, and they take money from the general fund to put into this special fund for lawsuits. I also read that some of the cities that are insured for their police cars and things like that, the insurance companies are putting demands on the police departments now. And I wonder if that was the case with our city, because I remember there was a no chase policy. But I read in the article that the insurers are putting pressure on the departments to put some changes in because they're paying out too much in settlements and lawsuits and crashes that result from chasing. I remember I heard this state trooper describe a police chase as the officer tried to stop the suspect and the suspect initiated the chase. And I agree with that. But I've been in probably, I don't know, 200 chases maybe, because I was in auto theft. And I remember thinking to myself, this is fun because you're getting a bad guy. But there was at least a couple of times where I was like, whoa, is it really worth it? And that's why I've been sharing these videos, because as an officer, I had to take a look inside how I was thinking, what was I doing, how was I behaving, and was it counterproductive to being the police? There's a motto that I think we need to change to as police officers. I'm responsible for your safety, not your demise. Okay, but backing up. The insurers put pressure on these police departments to change up their policies in terms of chasing because they're tired of paying out settlements. And if that's one thing an insurance company will do, jack the prices up on you. That's my own personal opinion. But 3.2 billion in the last 10 years, and they only looked at 25 different police departments. The police are defunding the police. And then we get upset and we throw our hands up every time we hear defund the police. Who's really defunding the police? Those bad apples, as they call them. Bad apples spoil the whole bunch. I'll just leave it right there. It's something to think about. I'll leave the links for the articles that I was reading in the description. And check out our online store. The link for that is in the description. I created a word puzzle book for this season. Check that out. The link for that is in the description. Notebooks that I've created, links for those in the description. And always remember, guys, always remember, you don't necessarily have to go through a thing to learn from it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.